Steve, what do you refer to that shirt you're wearing as, just out of interest?
Legendary.
Spain 82.
I always call it the Kevin Keegan shirt.
Keegan. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
we're not in it.
We're not in it.
You're fine.
Just these two
Our faces aren't pretty
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, you're all right.
We're the substitutes, aren't we?
Substitute teams.
We're the Ali Dia, the podcast.
So the curse has been lifted. Croatia have been beat.
Yes.
And England is coming home. And you can hear all about it on the Albionhour podcast. Let's have it. So, boys, we're here. We haven't done it for a while. You've been on holiday for 6 months, so we haven't had the chance to do this. And we've done a few bits and bobs in either way, but we're all back together now.
We're all back together.
The reason why we're back together is summer. It's because it's summer and the World Cup is on.
We were thrown out of routine with no football, and now we're like, don't know what to do with ourselves.
I know, it's been bad. I've just been wandering around the train station every Saturday.
Saturdays
3 o'clock.
Saturdays are desolate. Absolutely desolate. I don't know, honestly. I'm having to do all sorts of chores at home and jobs and just, my
list has gone from that to that in a matter of a week.
You didn't do what I did and just went straight onto Sussex CTC and go, cricket, T20, season ticket, get me involved.
I like the style.
Tried cricket when I was younger once, and
just it's the socialising.
I think, the
100's good.
Yeah.
I like what's the one where they all wear like the
pyjamas.
They don't wear white. They wear all the different colours.
T20.
Oh, the quick fire one. Yeah.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about it.
See, this is what happens when you have no football.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, we got football.
We have.
We got 48 teams in the extended World Cup.
I believe we've got. Well, there's been 2 more games, isn't there? So I think I'm right in saying there's 82 more games because I was away last night, and my missus texted me and she went, "We've just finished watching a show on TV, Rivals, and you know when you finish watching it, you're a bit bereft, aren't you?" And she went, "I don't know what to do myself. Rivals is finished." I said, "There's 84 World Cup games.
Yeah.
What are you moaning about?"
Kieran and Richard have literally watched every game, and they basically got to the point where they were like, "I don't think I can't keep getting up in the night and with the late games." And they didn't bother. And the games they didn't bother on were France and Argentina. So they missed possibly the 2 best games, like the first games of the big.
No, you can't miss another one.
And they're literally, and I've got up in the. So I got up in of an age I am now. I sometimes have to get up for a piss at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I've got up for a piss at 2 o'clock in the morning. I've realised what time it is.
Fallen under remote control.
I'll just put it on to see what the score is. And it was just before half time with the Argentina match. Yeah. So I'd sat up and watched the French. So I thought, the second half's about to start in a bit. So I ended up sitting there. Yeah, I ended up sitting there watching the whole thing.
What, in bed?
No, in the living room.
I think Cheryl would have been very upset about that.
I ended up sitting watching the whole thing. Got about an hour and a half sleep before I had to get up and go to work. But I got to see the Messi hat trick, which was so special.
Two of the goals. Obviously, one was a tap-in, but two incredible goals.
Yeah,
like he hasn't really lost anything by playing in America, has he? He's still just a genius.
Yeah. So, well, look. So we've got tons to talk about. So Jay, run us through it. What have we got on today?
So I think we'll come to the World Cup massively as a huge part of that. Obviously, it's live. It's now. We'll talk about Brighton and Chelsea's end of the season. We'll talk about sort of some news that's going on. West Ham eventually went down. Transfers. Lots of transfers have happened even in the last couple of days. Some potential goals of the season we want to talk about, and then we've got the World Cup essentially. So usual socials and Tom's facts in there, and then
Fabulous.
Good stuff.
But naturally, let's start with Brighton then, the Albion Hour. Limped into 8th in the end, didn't we? Europa Conference League, which for me personally is probably the best stat of them, because it's one where we don't need a deep squad. We don't have to play our best players. We're not going to get knackered by good teams. Palace have just won it, so there's a bit of we've got to go win it ourselves.
You go in as favourites.
You have to, really.
I would say any Premier League team goes in to that as favourites.
You do, yeah.
I would say though, it's unfortunate in the sense that you would have preferred Europa League, but worse than that is Palace won it
for prestige.
Palace won it, but so if you don't win it,
I know we're on the back foot already with the pressure.
I'm going to get an excuse in early.
That's going to be sung about for a long time.
The calibre of teams this year that Brighton have to face are infinitely better than what they are last year.
It is. It's
in
true,
the playoffs, you've got Atalanta, our Champions League side. You've got Freiburg, who just made the Europa final. You've got ourselves, Monaco, I know mugs. Getafe, I know mugs. In the second qualifying round, Ajax. Not even the third qualifying round. You've got Larnaca, who are a Champions League side. You've got Braga, who are a Champions League side.
I understand.
It is all of that.
I understand all of that. But is Brighton going to sing a song about the calibre of the teams in the Europa League, or is Palace going to sing a song about you not winning it and they did?
We all know the answer to that.
Pressure is on.
And
exactly.
It is. The pressure is on.
All of these, they're all sleeping giants, though, really, aren't they? They're not, the size you referred to there. They're not where they were 5, 6, 10 years ago, are they?
They're not, which is why they're in the Conference League. They're not at the same level that they were. So,
but I'll tell you what, you're going to get some good stadiums to go to, aren't you?
Oh my God! Amazing. Yeah.
Assuming we get through the playoff.
Well, there's two pots. The way I understand it, there's two pots in the playoffs. There's pot 3, pot 4 that we could play, and I think I was looking at the chances. There's 2 Polish sides in there, and there's 2 sides from Cyprus in there. So the percentages would suggest that we might get the Cyprus or Poland team, but there's other sides in there.
I absolutely love Poland. If I could get one of the tickets to go down, I'd absolutely love it.
Fantastic.
On paper, I think as a Premier League side, you should have enough to get into the main competition. And then, because it's not a group format anymore. If you can, for 2 wins, 3 wins, will see you through probably to at least the playoffs. So I think it'd be good.
I think it's good.
How's the team going to stack up? Because you've already lost. What I would say anyway, probably the most underrated centre back in the Premier League. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm not saying he's the best centre back in the Premier League, but I'm saying he's probably one of the most underrated.
We're missing.
We'll discuss it in the transfer section. Absolutely.
And then with that, but saying that you are bringing in quite so far anyway. What you've brought in is the attacking players. I think that last season, I think that. Towards the end of the season, especially with having Matoma fit and Minte fit at the same time, playing at the same time, it was almost like a different team. Going and watching them the last 6, 7 games of the season, 90% of it was fantastic football to watch. I mean, against Chelsea, with the exception of the Man United game. With the exception of that. But I think that was a different. I mean, you're playing a different United than you played 2 seasons
playing
ago.
The United team full of confidence, and they're a good side.
And Carrick after a contract, so needed that.
I think that he's always going to get. I thought anyway, he's always going to get that contract, even if it was a year. I could not see a Man United turning around to Carrick after taking them from 16th to Champions League players.
It would have been
and not offering
insane.
him a year.
Somebody else would have snapped him up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're talking of the Brighton squad, so I think you're right in terms of losing JP. There's a potential where if Verbruggen stays or not, there's still talks around Baleba. The spine there is missing, isn't it?
Yes.
Dunk's another year older. But I think all these squad players, there's a lot of promise to keep them around. Like Gruder, wanted to move away. He will be vital because he will get game time. Tommy Watson went out on loan. He will get game time. So you've got all these players that are on loan.
There's a few players that we've almost forgotten about.
You've got that striker, haven't you? What's his name? Who's out in Italy?
We've got Simas coming back from injury.
No, the Irish lad.
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
He's injured
He's
again.
a £100 million player. Only 18 months ago.
Touted as being, I mean,
he's had another surgery on his ankle though.
Yeah,
another one.
He's having a lot of problems with injury. But again, he could come back into the side. We got Coppola, the young Italian defender, coming back from his loan. Simas is going to be like a new signing because he did his cruciate ligament early in the season.
But players coming off of the injury list. What are the players you've got coming off the injury list as well? Because you've got 2 players that have basically been out for the season that
we're going to have Matoma coming back, aren't you?
Yeah, Matoma will be back, and he won't.
He'll be fresh as well.
He won't. He can't get broken at the World Cup.
Well, he's missed the World Cup, so you've at least had a rest period from which has done Matoma no favours, but it's absolutely
probably done Albion a favour. Yeah.
I think I wouldn't obviously.
I wish he was there.
What do you think of the talking about rest periods? I mean, I know it's through injury, but I mean, you look at Harry Kane in the Premier League and how full on like the calendar is for him, and then he goes to Germany where it's not so much, and they get Christmas break and they get and he is like I can put 2 seasons out there, completely different player.
And I'm not saying in the cup competitions as well, so it wasn't that he played fewer games as such.
No, but it's so full on in
he's looked after himself, isn't he?
Do you think that
it suits him? Perhaps the intensity isn't quite as high in Germany as it is in the Premier League, I would argue. And he looks fresh, he looks fit. He's played tournaments.
He looks like he could play another 4 or 5 years.
My worry has always been that one of the biggest conversations we always have in club football is that is depth of squad, right? When Brighton were in Europa League, the main issue they had was they were doing great until they got injuries, and then they got no depth.
We didn't have the squad for it. We didn't.
The fact of the matter is that unless you've got a squad on the field and half the squad at least on the bench, you're not going to get through any of this because of how intense the Premier League is and the calendar and how many games you've got to play, and the fact that you don't get Christmas break and this, that, and the other. Well,
you're competing on 4 fronts, aren't you? Really?
Yeah. But whereas a German team or a Spanish team, they don't need that. They don't essentially need that amount of it, and especially like you look at like Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain have got an amazing squad. 3 players out of Saint-Germain get injured, and one gets a red card or something, and then the next game, who are they replacing them with? They don't need to worry about that. Whereas an English team does.
Yeah, I just had a quick look at
that's a massive problem. I've always thought that's a huge problem. Chelsea have had those issues, like having to basically and up until Pep Guardiola came. I know Man City had won stuff before he came, but he basically had 2 teams.
They did no use.
You could take one off and replace one. At one point we spoke about this before. Aguero was on the bench. Aguero, come on!
That'd be a nice little problem to have, wouldn't it?
It would.
I just had a quick look looking at Harry Kane, just stats around games, etc. So his last 3 seasons with Spurs, total games, including cup games, 49 games, 50 games, 49 games. His last 2 seasons at Bayern, he's played 51 games both seasons. So he's actually played more.
So he's played more games.
That's mad. But it's like I said, it's like the rest time and the times they get in between those games matters. So he's got more time to, and like you were saying, like the Premier League is so intense that
it's unforgiving.
I mean, it is completely unforgiving. I mean, out of pure doggedness, Sunderland are in a European position at the end of the year.
I was watching the Brighton game, and I got so bored that I went and watched that game because I knew that a goal in that game either way put us up or down.
I'm not saying
the same.
They've got great players, or have they just got absolute dogged belief?
Yeah, they've got 11 players at the World Cup.
Yeah,
11 players in the World Cup.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, this is what I'm saying.
The Europa League,
the teams that you have to have to compete in the Premier League it's unlike any other league in the world. There's nothing else like it.
For me, that Sunderland going up is a great achievement, brilliant achievement for a team. Just gone up. They obviously invested in the right players, the right manager as well.
Yeah.
I do. Obviously, it could come back and bite me in the backside this one when we do our predictions and things like that. But I feel like they will struggle next year because you could say it was a bit fortunate.
The demands on the squad.
It's so important.
And the Europa League is different calibre.
It is.
You cannot compete. You cannot play in the intensity in the games that you have to play in the Premier League and play in the Champions League or the Europa League or the Conference League if you don't have a depth of squad. I mean,
you've got to be
Brighton's defence.
Seriously lucky with
Brighton's
injuries.
defence when they were in the Europa League, I think changed 5 times. At one point, you didn't have the same running four in 6 consecutive games.
Yeah.
Well, I think Brighton's problem then was it was all quite new and they didn't have the backroom staff who'd been through European football.
We didn't.
It was all a complete learning experience and it was a great adventure at the time.
It was amazing. But we weren't prepared already.
It was, God, we're in Europe.
And that, like you say, that goes from the top down. I think that the club's hierarchy maybe wouldn't admit it, but I don't think they were prepared for it. No. This is how the start of the De Zerbi conflict with the board started there, because De Zerbi knew that he needed more to get through that. And he didn't get
the best players.
Yeah, and he didn't.
Biggest thing
he didn't get backed, did he?
And I think we'll cover
so
that.
I have some sympathy with him on
cover that in the transfer section as well.
Do you think just quickly? Do you think that there's a little bit of a poison chalice at the Europa Conference League? Because the teams that have gotten into it or have gone on to do well in it the following season have seemed to
have slumped in the league
slightly.
Well, I think if you look at Chelsea,
that's true. It's true.
They also, and during the summer after winning it, they had the World Club Cup.
Yeah.
So there was no gap at all. And the injuries we had this year have been absolutely stupid.
Because the Europa League, you actually do get some money from it. Right? The Champions League obviously get a lot of money from it.
Well, World Club Cup, we took 120 million.
The further you go through those things,
that was probably worth more than both of those competitions.
Absolutely, yeah.
It seems like the more you go through those competitions, you do end up, better off having a bit of leeway at the end of it. But it seems like the Conference League's a little bit of a poison chalice.
Well, you certainly don't get the financial rewards for it. You do, obviously, if you do win it, and obviously it's a big if, and especially as Justin was saying, there's a lot of decent sides in it this year. But the prize at the end of it is you qualify for the Europa League by winning it.
Yeah.
So, but financially,
not the Premier League on the head almost to sacrifice Palace did it this year, knowing that, do you know what, we're not going to get that 7th place. Let's win it and get in that way. And I think
exactly.
I'd love to see Brighton win a trophy. I don't care in what form it comes in. But you're not going to start prioritising the Carabao Cup. You're not probably going to go deep in the FA Cup. So then you go, are we going to then put everything into the Europa Conference?
I think that's the poison challenge. I think that's the poison challenge. I think that Brighton's aim has to be to get into European football next season by the Premier League. And then if they win it,
you've got to
and
try.
Then if they win it, it's a bonus because you get a trophy. But the aim has to be doing it, because I think that's where I think Palace will suffer next season. West Ham certainly suffered, right, because of it. I just think that they put too much into winning that, and not enough into, I mean, a different thing, I suppose, but sort of different but the same. But Spurs were all about winning that European trophy.
And they were
almost got relegated. And then the following season almost got relegated.
Got even closer.
Is that worth it for one
Yeah.
for the
I think
trophy.
it's the
I-
easier
I
route,
think
isn't
Brighton
it?
have to manage that. They have to be the team that breaks that kind of.
But it's
It would be
easier
great
route.
if we could, but you're right.
Over
It is.
38 games,
It is.
to finish in the top 7 in the Premier League, week in, week out, you can't have distractions.
Yeah.
I think Europa Conference, you've got to win a handful of games against some, teams, let's be
Yeah.
honest,
Oh,
in a
decent.
majority of it. But then you've got your knockouts, which are, let's be honest, a couple of games, 2 legs, you've got 2 games to see out a game. And then I'm not saying it's easy to win it, but I think it's easier route than it is to get the 7th in the Premier League.
To get Europa League. I agree with you,
But it's a gamble.
But it is. But the biggest benefit there is the glory of winning something, isn't it? It's not just about getting into Europa League. And let's face it, any Brighton fan would snap your hand off to win a trophy, particularly after we've sat and watched them down the road.
I mean, although we don't win
Everyone,
fair play to them. Trophies. I know they say 3.
Fair play to them.
Fair play to them. Hands up.
I'm leaving now. I'm not even a Brighton supporter. Fair play to them.
Fair play to
Fuck them. Fuck their shit
I
club.
would love to
That's
swap places.
That's covered in scaffolding. They can sod right off.
Next door to Sainsbury's.
They ditch next season. They ditch like I actually quite like West Ham, but they ditch like West Ham. That Brighton completely overtake them, win that, and end up in a European spot. And
I mean, this is definitely what we all hope for.
Who's unknown.
We've got, well, I'm going to say Brighton, but Brighton have just signed a player that 3 other top clubs and that wanted.
Oh yeah,
the African Messi.
The African Messi.
And
not that we're putting any pressure on the young man's shoulders or anything like that.
I watched a load. I must have watched about 7, 8 videos, like little clips on social media of Newcastle supporters and Chelsea supporters arguing on who's got the best club for what's his name?
Zadok Johanna.
So Johanna.
Zadok Johanna.
Zadok. So that literally arguing about who's the best club, and then almost the next day there's this hand over a badge, and as it lowers down, it's a Brighton badge, and I just went, fucking yes! I knew it! I knew he'd get Brighton. Get in there.
But Tony Bloom said
it was always Brighton.
Apparently, he's on record of saying there was no contest. He's always going to.
Is that because you had European football?
It shows you how great.
You never know.
I don't believe what
Newcastle haven't, Chelsea haven't. Is that because he had European?
Sorry, say that again.
Newcastle and Chelsea haven't got European.
Haven't got what? Sorry, say that again. Just hold your mic close to your mouth.
We're missing Thursday evening kickball.
So with Chelsea, a genuine question with that Chelsea. So, what does that mean for the club financially? And is it an advantage for you not to have a distraction midweek this season?
Did it work out to be an advantage for Man United last season?
Yes, absolutely.
So I think
100%.
Oh my God,
we can be lean this season.
It gives you time to get rid of Deadwood, start to build with a new manager,
with a new philosophy as well.
Well,
we're going to start buying experienced, ready-made players.
That seems to be what. It's a complete
and
change
we
of
now have
strategy,
a manager, not a head coach.
Yeah, manager.
Yeah, which is again.
That's the point.
Yeah,
it feels like a subtle difference, but it's not, is it? Because it means he's going to have much more involvement and say in the overall transfer strategy.
He has veto, apparently.
Yeah.
Although he didn't know about Cucurella.
That's not a good start.
That one for me is a difficult one for me to understand, because he was the head coach of that team 12 months ago. He must have had targets, or must have had some kind of inkling that they need a left back, or they got target, and he must have gone, he wouldn't have not known about Cucurella. And now he's like gone and gone, I didn't know about that.
News to me, mate.
I think the Cucurella thing is it's just entirely based on the fact that it's Real Madrid. I
think it's twofold, actually, John. It's Real Madrid.
It's not money. It's not money.
No, but I think it's twofold.
Real Madrid. He
wanted to go to Barcelona because that's where he started out.
But
what happened there, I mean,
It's not
he
gonna
was our
get-
best player towards the end of the season by an absolute mile.
Yeah, he was
And he
good.
saw shirkers around. He just didn't want to be part of that anymore.
Yeah.
And Real Madrid come knocking. It's
It's
no
Real
thoughts
Madrid.
about
It's Real-
it. He's
it's-
Spanish.
yeah.
He's-
At the end of the day, they
let's be
come
honest.
knocking from the
Who
Matoma,
turns down
it's
Real
Matoma's
Madrid?
game.
Who does?
Who
Really?
turns down Real Madrid?
I mean, you've got to be
It's not
mad.
gonna happen.
You've got to be mad, haven't you?
It's not. It's prestige.
Yeah.
But we were talking about this. I was talking about this with Kieran the other day, and I was saying about it's prestige. Prestige matters. Like, because he was saying about, why would anyone choose Man United at the moment? Or they've got Champions League, but they've got to build a squad and they've got to do this and got to do that. And I was saying about last year, why would they choose them? They've been like, why would anyone choose Spurs? And he was pissed off about Van Heck going, and he was saying
Yeah,
the
I've
same
heard some
thing. Why
negative
would
stuff
anyone
about that.
choose Spurs
Right.
and they're like this and that? And I said because prestige matters. It matters.
Yeah, it does.
Like how many times over the years, you look at Rangers, the financial difficulty that they've had, and they got dropped down leagues, and they had to build themselves up.
Yeah.
They never had a problem getting players to go there because it's Rangers and prestige matters. Man United will never have trouble
The history
getting
and
players to go there.
size
They
of
might
the
have to
clubs.
spend. It was like, well, if I would go to Man City, because Man City are more likely to win a title with, and I was like, I would go to Man United because if I was that player that they're going to build a squad around, and then we go on to win the Champions League, when we're not that is and I don't care how much money Man City have got. Man United are a bigger club.
Of course they are.
So the
Globally,
prestige is there.
there's no
And
comparison.
Who are the only two clubs that you would pick over Man United?
Yeah.
Barcelona and
Madrid,
Madrid. And it's prestige. Madrid's financed by.
You can probably add Bayern
banks.
Munich to that as well.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I
I mean, it does count for a lot.
Maybe. I don't think I would. I think
With the history they've got
top
and
four,
trophies.
if I was to pick top four,
say.
I would say the top four biggest teams in the world are Liverpool, Man United, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Real Madrid. And then I think anyone else.
What's your
comes in.
metric you base?
Anyone else comes through. It's prestige.
Not what?
It's who to play for.
Not into Miami.
No, not
Because
in China.
Yeah.
Al Nasser.
Al Halal.
Prestige or
No,
money?
it's everything. It's the managers it's all to do with them. It's to do with the managers they've had. It's with what they've won. It's with how they built. It doesn't matter what money problems Real Madrid have. It doesn't matter what money problems Barcelona have. They will never have problems getting players to go there because it's Real Madrid, because it's Barcelona, because it's Man United.
But Man United have only had two
that level-
successful managers in their entire history.
It doesn't matter.
They
It
have.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They've had two dynasties.
It doesn't
the
matter.
Busby
Busby
and
and
the
Ferguson.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Outside that,
It
they've
makes no
been
difference.
God
It
awful.
makes no.
I remember
they're
you saying,
they're still one of the biggest clubs in the world. When you go around Africa, you go to any African country, and you 10 minutes out of the airport, and there's someone with a Man United shirt on, someone with a Man United shirt on, someone with a Man United
Well, I
shirt on.
spent quite a bit of time in
Globally, they
West
are
Africa.
big, aren't they?
Actually, out there, you don't see so many. You see Liverpool shirts,
Liverpool,
you see
yeah.
Chelsea
You go
shirts, you see Chelsea and Arsenal shirts. You don't see Man United. But you start going across to East Africa and Kenya. That's where you start
Yeah,
finding Man
right.
United shirts.
Well,
there we go.
speaking of
my point, the Liverpool thing. It's not just what they've achieved in the past. It's how they've achieved it. It's the managers that they've achieved it. It's built and it's built up, and it's a lot of it.
And it's also
A lot of it is good advertising, good promotion for the company, good marketing. I'm not saying that isn't, but even Man United. I mean, even Man United players, Real Madrid can call him. They've gone.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's the
You did hit the nail on the head, though, John. The commercial side, and Ferguson writes about this in his book. Without Peter Kenyon, they would not have been able to buy the players that they bought.
No.
So look what happened when he left and Moyes took over.
Yeah, they were.
Moyes could have all the money in the world, but
Yeah,
but
they
he's
were a
got to-
very
he's
well-run
not the
club at the
draw.
time.
He's not the
Not
draw.
so much
He's
now.
not the managerial draw that players around the world
People
want
want
to go and play
success.
with.
Yeah.
People want success.
And the fact is, with the likes of people who deride players going to United when they've not been successful, or Spurs now, But the thing is, you're right, because the prestige and the size of the club, there's the fact they've had a bad season or a bad few seasons is kind of irrelevant, because there's always the promise that they can turn that around. They've got the money, they've got the financial clout to do that. And so people will say, oh, JP going to Spurs. Why is he going to Spurs? They're not in Europe. Yeah, but they've got a new manager. They've got a new ownership structure. They've got the best stadium in the country. They've got loads of money to spend. Who's to say they're not going to have a fantastic season next year?
Who's gone back to manage Real Madrid? Mourinho.
Yes,
Mourinho. And I mean, like, okay. Look, Mourinho's had time periods, and I'm not saying he's not a good manager. Obviously, he's one of the best managers, but he's had time periods. He's had ups and downs. Yet you say Mourinho to a player, they're going there. Even De Zerbi's got a bit of it. De Zerbi's got a bit of that.
He does now.
Speaking of De Zerbi,
he's got, and their players will go.
We said that he would go to a club that would give him full control, and we're starting to see that. And I think we're sort of seamlessly linking into the transfers now.
Yeah.
Obviously, JP, the deal's done 52 million, which I think is a brilliant bit of business from Brighton. Although he will be a massive miss. There is a sell-on, 20% sell-on.
Yeah, which is again a fantastic bit of business to do.
A year left on his contract. Wasn't going to sign a new one. 26 years old. Great player. Don't get me wrong. We'll massively miss it.
Yeah.
52 million sounds like great business.
I think so.
And you know, there's talks of Tonali going for 100 million.
Not just a good defender.
But where are you getting money from?
JP's got full control, and that's why he's there.
He's getting backed, isn't he? And
for me, JP's not just a good defender. He's the heart of that. That sort of like even like the defence and the defensive midfield part of it.
Senesi on a free as well.
That's a great bit of business.
It's the joy and
still there.
The joy. He doesn't have to score a goal and he's like, he's all he's got to do is make a good tackle, and he's like, it's just a passion in the heart of it, and that's what I miss about him, and that's why I think he's so underrated. Because if you can get a player like that in your team, that's all about the badge, all about the heart.
If you look at his look at his stats as well, he's one of the, always in the top percentage of passes completed for a defender. And so Spurs have been, they've been looking around at midfielders. I think they've been quoted 100 million odd for Wharton, 120 for Anderson. All these holding midfielders. And I think De Zerbi's looked at it and he's gone, do you know what? I'm not going to pay that. I'll get JP. I'll get Senesi, two of the most consistent ball playing defenders that can bring the ball out of defence, step into midfield. He doesn't need that midfielder because he's got those two that can do that.
You've had a player go the other way though.
Vucevic. Yeah, he's not confirmed just yet. Apparently, that was a little bit of a ruse to kind of get that deal over the line. I think very much Tony Bloom playing his mind games, going, "We'll give you this much for this player," and that's completely gone quiet.
Apparently, we're not going. There's no further bid.
No, we've been linked with another defender from Valencia, I think it is in Serie B.
You've made some good attacks.
Official. Let's go with the official outs to begin with. So JP's done 52 million.
Yeah.
Webster, March, and Milner all gone. Released from the club.
Just to Baldini.
Webster's such a shame. Webster with injuries.
And same with Solly.
I love Webster.
Solly's been a very good servant. Yeah, and Milner played well with us. Let's be honest.
I'm surprised the Solly March thing. I'm surprised that they didn't bring him on for a couple of minutes at the end of the
no fanfare. There was no goodbye, was there?
I mean, one of the most loved.
Do players get testimonials these days?
I don't think
it's rare. I think we discussed this before. 10 years is rare now.
I think you're going to get maybe Dunk probably players like that, but I think he's going to hit probably. He's going to take retirement before or coaching staff.
Well, they're the four that have gone so far. There's a rumour around the Rushworth situation still with Coventry. They've put in a bid for 25 plus 5 or something like that. Club want 40 million.
Yeah,
I think that hinges on Verbruggen personally.
Same.
So if Verbruggen stays, then I think that we'll see Rushworth go. If he doesn't, I think he'll stay. Unless we've got an idea of bringing someone in.
He wants to be first choice.
For me,
he probably deserves that.
If Verbruggen goes, who's your replacement?
For me, James Trafford.
James Trafford.
Chuck the money at him.
Yeah,
because he's a brilliant goalkeeper.
He is a brilliant goalkeeper. Would you get him because?
And he's not getting.
Well, he's not. He doesn't want to sit as a number 2. He wants to be. And Donnaruma's not getting out of that goal, is he?
No.
I'm just trying to think.
That's a big blocker to your pathway to the first team.
For me, it's James
in
Trafford.
every sense of the word.
Because you know as well as Trafford as a young goalkeeper that you still got that pathway to that big club in Brighton.
Yeah, definitely.
So that would be that would be chuck the money at him. City don't really need it, so that's for me. We've got Zadok Johanna, which we've spoken about.
So him in, Rushford in as number 2, or keep Rushford out on loan?
Still was number 2 for me. Still,
Still got lots to offer.
Can I have Sanchez back?
No thanks.
We've also got an understudy in James Beadle, which needs to be as well. James Beadle, wherever he goes out on loan. Yeah, he's good.
He'll probably go out on loan again, money. I think. Depending on that whole rotation, what happens. But
and another really good signing, I think, the brilliant bit of business this Costinha. From Olympiacos, Champions League footballer, good right back. We need a right back. Cover
26 years old, ready made for the first team.
I was going to say right back.
The right back we've been waiting 3 years to sign.
Exactly.
I mean,
he'll be Weaver's understudy.
So that'd be great.
Oh, please don't.
That'd be great. That's a great signing.
And then obviously there's lots of rumours that are going around, about the Ferguson, if he stays, if he goes, like who knows? He's not fit, so he's not. I can't see him going personally.
Who's going to buy an unfit player that really hasn't performed?
I've seen a few sort of. I don't know how much there's anything in this at all, but I've seen a few rumours that Celtic might be a destination for him on loan.
No, we actually.
I don't know.
Back in the day.
Maybe.
When we were at the Oak, we sat and actually said about Ferguson needs to go off to.
I think we did actually.
Scottish.
We did.
Yeah. He needs to be sent off to one of the top Scottish teams
where he's going to play goals.
He's going to play every day. He's going to play every week. He's going to score goals.
I remember us having that conversation.
We spoke about this almost 3 years ago.
We did.
And said that
it could be coming to fruition now.
It needs to be sent to Portugal, or he needs to be sent to Scotland, or somewhere like
Everton. Work under Ferguson.
They like a big Ferguson.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
I think
it's the same scare appeal.
He's been very good on TV actually.
where he's going to get, where he's going to be, not a championship side. I think that's he would, I think, perceive that as a step down. But I think if you're taking it, if he's going to Rangers,
the talent is there. It's can he keep fit? Realistically, from what I've seen of the 3 strikers Brighton have in Welbeck, Kostoulas and Simmons, for me, Kostoulas is the one. Kostoulas will start a lot of games for us next year.
He really needs to.
I'd
hoped he would start more towards the end of the season, because every time he came on, and he was given, in my opinion, not enough time. He was brought on 80th, 81st minute. But even then, even with only 50 minutes, the energy, the
aerial ability,
he had
such
a threat every time he came on, even in that short space of time. There's bear in mind, they talked about him when he left Olympiacos as being, the Greeks were saying, this is a generational talent. Everyone was linked with him.
Yeah.
We've got to play the guy more.
I think there's another seamless link. Just conscious of time on here, but goals of the season, for me, he was one of the goals of the season against Bournemouth, the overhead kick, last minute. But it didn't win goal of the season. Matoma, for the second season in a row, won it.
Yeah.
What a volley.
Yeah. That was the
Spurs away.
Spurs away, yeah.
We were kind of behind that. You were there, Steve. We were behind the angle, and as he hit it, I was like, can't really see it, but I think that's gone in.
It was so quick, though, wasn't it? It was like, did that just go in?
Yeah.
Well, have you got a Premier League goal of the season?
I haven't picked a Premier League goal of the season, actually.
What was your Brighton goal of the season?
My Brighton goal of the season would probably be that Babis overhead kick, I would say, because it was out of nothing. It was out of nowhere, and he nearly repeated it actually.
Yeah, it was
at Newcastle away.
It was a little flick.
Great save from Nick Pope, but he nearly did it again.
It was a little flick that ran up to it.
Yeah.
Everything about that was
super.
That one's up there for me, and also the goal, which was probably meaningless in all of this, was the Newcastle away one, the little one-touch football, very Stoke.
The Hinchwood. Yeah, it was good.
Very good goal.
That was another game where I was slagging Hinchwood off for having no finishing ability whatsoever. He couldn't hit a barn door, and then he goes and scores out.
Mine was, to be honest, think who they were playing. Mine was Ayari outside of the box screamer.
Yeah.
I love those goals.
Yeah.
I'll pick those over. I know we both picked Matoma's over the head collect because that was
the Chelsea one.
Unbelievable genius.
Well, it was just the first touch, wasn't it?
It was just absolute genius.
Yeah.
There's nobody that could deny it. The Premier League didn't deny it. Every sports programme you watch picked it.
Yeah.
It just was.
Yeah.
But I just can't get. I just love those outside of the box screamers.
Yeah. Did it for Sweden as well, didn't he?
And I was just about to say that.
Tap-ins.
And he doesn't score tap-ins.
Yeah.
What? The 2 goals that he scored were super. Like I'll always say to my kids, if you want a bit of joy in your life, if you're bored and you just sat and your mates aren't on call and you sat on your bed and you're on your iPad or your phone and you're bored, just go and put in 2006-2007 season goal of the season, or just go through the goals of the month and just watch some of Cisse and just watch.
Is it Essien against Arsenal? That one, just the behind the eyes is absolutely.
Just go and watch. Just put that in and give yourself a treat. Yes. Oh my God!
And if you want to think yourself lucky, watch the 1972-73 goals of the season with them knocking them out of mud that's a foot deep.
I tell you what, there's just something different about an outside of the box screamer.
And why is it better if it hits the post or crossbar? It just is when you just hear that little
noise. It's that double bash.
It is.
It's that strike of the ball. Boom! It's that noise.
Like the Tony Yeboah double that he did, it's just the crossbar and it just makes it better.
Yeah, it makes it better. Yeah, it makes it better. But Ayari, I'll find out. But we'll put them up anyway. But I can't think of who they were playing. But it's just a fantastic. I love the screamer. So that's my pick. Chelsea goal. Got a Chelsea goal of the season.
Actually, Caicedo at Screamer right after the Club World Cup at the beginning of the season.
Right at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and then went off. I really think he played too many games, and I'm glad to see that Ecuador are playing absolutely shite at the moment, so he'll be home soon.
He'll get a nice rest.
Yeah, exactly. Because we need Caicedo back, because he wasn't there in the same way last season.
No.
But not many were. But I think it's an opportunity. How many players have Brighton got at the World Cup out of interest?
12 or 13, isn't it?
Yeah, round about that.
If you include JP in that.
Yeah, because I'll move on to that when we talk about transfers, actually. Because I think that is a huge worry for clubs like Sunderland, Brighton, and all clubs that have got large numbers in the shop window.
Well, that's the thing, Well, I've already, on the back of one game, I've already heard transfer rumours about Ayari. Liverpool are eyeing him. It's like, he's only played one game.
Yeah.
Well, straight away the news was he's in his last season of contract. Have you got
a World Cup goal so far? So far in the competition, have you picked one out for that?
You know what? Yes. I can't remember his name. Forgive me for that, but the goal for Egypt against Belgium.
Oh yes!
What
a
screamer!
Is that what you're going for? For me, I think just as France concede a late consolation 2-1, Mbappe just picking the ball and going, nah, sod this, I'm Mbappe, and just absolute screamer from 35 yards. Just went, nah, watch this. Against Mendy, who is a good goalkeeper as well.
He is,
yeah. I think, I'm on Mbappe, I'm afraid.
Yeah. it was just the nonchalance of it. You're right.
Yeah. It was just
went, yeah, it's me, it's Mbappe.
What
do you expect?
This is what
there was almost a bit of Eric Cantona about that, wasn't there? I am.
Even the goal where they just fed, like literally the ball got fed through, like it was like the player's looking that way and he just sees Mbappe in the corner of his eye and he just feeds the ball through like 3 or 4 defenders across the floor and Mbappe just picks it up and scores. It's just that instinct talent that.
And we'll talk about more of that in the second half, naturally. So,
are we ready for a second half? Because I'm about
I think we need a refill, mate. This seems like half time to me.
Seems like half time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We haven't even had a hydration. We haven't had a hydration break. We should have had a hydration break before half time. Surely, come on.
2 minutes hydration. Yeah, we couldn't have it because then everyone out there and boo us. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for everyone to just right. I think we're going to have a beer now. I mean, like, even the games that have been played today. So it's every supporter now in every stadium. As soon as they do hydration, are all booing.
Yeah.
We're listening. I've been listening to the commentary on Talk Sport and Talk 2. So I've been listening to that.
Unpopular,
and as they literally, they'll be talking at half time. They'll be going, "Oh, in the background, that's the booing. That's because we're having a hydration break now." Yeah, we know. We can hear it.
I think it's actually, I can sympathise because it's as hot in this pub tonight.
It is. It's
as it is in America.
American Stadium.
Is it for the players?
It's for the advertisers.
It's the advertisers. It's advertisers.
It's so cynical. There's no need to be
We'll
cynical.
discuss it. Join us in the second half. We'll talk about that.
And on that day, a dark warrior rose to the earth to destroy the beautiful game.
Maybe they're friendly.
Au revoir.
Two World Wars and one World Cup. England, England. 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup. England all the way. Oh, you got it, my son. We're going to blow them away, eh?
MTN, official sponsor of the 2010 FIFA World Cup.
Hi guys, hope you enjoyed those adverts. We are back. We've done club football. We've done the end of season stuff. We're now talk to the important stuff at the moment. Not as important as club football.
No. But it's it's all we've got. It's all we've got. It's all we can cling on to at the minute. So
we're talking obviously about the World Cup. It's the World Cup. It's going on now. England have played their first game. Croatia, the bully boys of England that have bullied us in previous games, their geriatric side got absolutely fucking spanked. You got spanked, Croatia. That's what happened to you. The first half, we tricked you into a full sense of ability. That's what we did. We gave you a chance. All right, you took that chance, and then we came out in the second half and we showed you who's going to win the World Cup. That's what we did. Not quite. Not quite.
But it's nice to see England start a tournament well.
Do you know what was nice? Nice was to go, we came out at half time. We went 3-2 up, and then we didn't put a load of defensive players on to try and hold that 1 goal lead.
Peppered them.
Yeah, just 12 shots in the first 9 minutes.
Yeah. And I think that showed. Defensively, I thought pretty poor. Playing out from the back, I thought was terrible.
Yeah.
Their second goal, I was literally screaming at the TV. Croatia's second goal, screaming at the TV about how much room you're going to give them. And it was 11 players, literally in a row, with 3 players, with all the... They literally got all the space in the world to decide what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
I think
the Constantine partnership.
That's got.
It's
I thought Gay he was better.
Suspect. Yeah.
When they brought Gay, I don't understand why they're not playing.
Nice to bring
I think
on
it's
players
starting
and strengthen from a substitute.
Yeah.
I thought Madueke played really well, exploited a lot of space down that. It was quite clear we were trying to go wide and long. Direct.
He's had a lot of grief.
He was a great athlete.
Madueke, but I thought if you know all of the, especially the first half anyway, the first half, most of the kind of forward play, the interesting stuff that was on, the stuff that sort of gets you a bit off the seat, it was all down the right hand side. It was all aimed at the space. Madueke was
and it was actually Harry Kane dropping deep a lot of the time, spinning and playing those passes out to Madueke, which people have criticised Kane for, haven't they? In the past for dropping deep, but actually he's always there when it matters in the box. But he can drop deep and he can spin and he can find that pass.
In that sense,
some of the balls he played,
especially around that centre circle, like defensively, you're thinking, like at one point I'm thinking, why are you there? Get up! It's like 3 players ahead and you get on the last man.
Yeah.
But then he pick up the ball, goes out to Madueke, gets played back. All of a sudden, okay,
And I'm going to go back to
I think
bit of stat man here, because I know everyone's saying Saka's tired, he's not fit, he's done this, that, and the other. Yeah. Any guess of how many games he's played totally this year? Because everyone seems to think it's a lot. Gives you a little bit of a hint.
He was out injured for a while, wasn't he? He was out injured for a while. I'd say he's played 30 games, maybe.
He's played 49.
49 games.
So 49 games. So 2 less than Harry Kane.
Okay.
But he's clearly not fit. Fully fit.
No.
But he's playing. Okay, but it's not. It's obviously a niggle. It's not something like. I think if they treat it well, then I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. But
if he's able to come on as a substitute and impact the game, then
if he's played the way he's played for Arsenal for a full season, which apparently he has, almost the whole season. Apparently he's had this. He's had treatment on his own to keep him playing. And I don't think Arsenal would have risked him if it was that bad an injury.
No.
I think it's a little bit. I've got to say, in my opinion, from England's point of view, I think it's a little bit of mind games because it didn't look when you took Madueke off and put him on. Well, all it did was increase the speed of play down that right hand side.
I thought he did really, really well when he came on, and I mean they created the goal really, didn't they?
I think it's a little bit of mind games. Put it out there. He's still got that little niggle. Yeah. He's still got that little injury. We're not sure. Not sure. Put it out there so that other coaches are like, we'll.
Yeah. It's very clever.
A lot of mind games. That one. Maybe Tuchel's got that up his sleeve in his locker. But the one niggle I would be concerned around, if it is true, is Rice picked up a niggle apparently yesterday because it wasn't a tactical decision to bring him off, and you don't bring him off in those games. For me personally, again,
obviously not watching a lot. Obviously not watching a lot of Rice. So obviously, we watch a lot of football throughout the season, but I'm not. That's what
well, to me,
constantly watching. But I didn't realise how good he was at corner.
Set piece is unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, and
it's good with a set play, but
no one else. Even I didn't see Kane coming in at the back, and literally just.
It was absolutely pinpoint.
On this point, I think everyone has said
he's been doing that for Arsenal all season.
Arsenal set pieces this year have been brilliant because they've been dirty, they've been this, that, and the other. It's not. It's all to do with delivery. The delivery is. I'm going to say it, David Beckham-esque. Yeah. It is on point. Every single delivery is unbelievable. The free kick he scored against Real Madrid, that was no fluke. No fluke.
No.
Can I be controversial here? Because I thought, with the exception of the corners, Rice was off his game yesterday. He wasn't dominating.
Yeah.
He was going missing in long periods. When you expected him to be there to carry the ball through midfield, he wasn't there.
With that though, would you prefer to have had like a really good showing and drew the game, like a massive performance in and drew the game, or a dirty dogfight and won it? If we go all of a sudden we go defensive in the last, like we're playing, probably the better of the teams in our group, to be perfectly honest. And say we get out of that, we're against Mexico, we're in Mexico City, it's massive pressure, it's 1-1, it's 80 minutes and we score a goal, 83rd minute.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how you win a game of football, right?
Sudden, he puts it like Tuchel then starts going defensive to try and keep that.
I don't think you'll see Tuchel go defensive.
Yeah, but if he does,
You're going
to complain about the fact that we look shit for the last 10 minutes, or we look tired for the first 80 minutes, or are you going to be happy that we scrapped and we got a win? Because it seems to me one issue I've always had with England fans is unless it's beautiful, expansive football, they're not happy.
Yeah, but we never had beautiful, expansive football under Southgate, have we?
Okay, but no one was happy. No one was happy. He got us to 2 finals, right? And in international competition, right? From
with
a team,
very good squads, though.
With very good squads, but still had very good squads.
Yeah.
We had the golden era, right? And didn't get us into 2 finals.
No, not knocking the achievement,
and he didn't do it by pretty football, but he did do it. Now I know that Tuchel's been brought in to increase on that and to get us over the line. But I would, at some point, we are going to have to, like I'm saying, if you've got that moment where it's 83rd minute, you've got 7 minutes left of the game with a bit of extra time, are you going to then have to just literally absorb for 10 minutes? Can we do it?
I don't think
that's my problem.
I don't think it's his
that's
style.
Where I think we're not going to.
I know what you're saying.
I think we're going to come unstuck against
him.
Where we went, France, right? We're playing France. Let's just say, for instance, I use Mexico, but let's say semi-final. We're playing France or Germany.
Yeah.
Again, it's 1-1. We score a goal in the 79th minute, the 83rd minute. Right? Are we just going to be able to be dogged in that next 10 minutes?
No, we're not.
I don't think we are.
I don't think it's an England thing. I think for me, it's not an England thing. It's a football thing.
Yeah.
The more you sit deep, the more you invite pressure, you are going to get or create chances from the other team.
Yeah.
I don't matter whether that's England, France, Brazil, Spain, Mexico. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
Like Cape Verde aside against Spain the other day, dogged, but they didn't have the ball forward at all. But Spain didn't break them down.
No.
Spain didn't break them down. And I think for me, it's just a football. And you see it at Brighton, you see it probably at Chelsea. You try and sit and defend a lead, and unless you're the Chelsea with Mourinho, John Terry, Peter Cech that can do that, it's football. You're going to invite pressure. You're going to get chances against you.
Yeah.
And I don't think that whether it's England, whether it's Spain, France,
just
Brazil.
an interesting one on a Tuchel front here. When we played Man City in the final of the Champions League and beat them, we had 60% of possession. Against a Pep Guardiola side, it's unheard of.
It is, isn't it? Really?
Well, Brighton put so much pressure on. I mean, I can concede sometimes in this, but Brighton did put that much pressure on Man City when they played at not last season, the season before. That a Pep Guardiola team started playing the ball.
They started playing long,
because they couldn't. Because they literally there was so much pressure on them, and they were so worried about then losing that. It was a draw at the time. Even losing that game to the point where the last, it wasn't even 10 minutes. Right? It was the last 15 to 17 minutes of the game. That any time that the ball ended up going back to the keeper, he was just hitting it long because there was so much pressure put on their back four. That they were so worried about losing that.
I just want to loop around to bring us back onto the World Cup as well, but also about Tom's original point around Declan Rice not being at his best. I think if that niggle is true, maybe there's something there. But for me, I think Rice played a different role than what he does at his club level because you had Anderson in that whole holding. 2 defensive midfielders against Croatia. We probably didn't need it. He had a bit more of a free role. Was up there supporting the attack as well, and I think you saw that after he came off. Bellingham kind of took over that role and kind of did the same. Where Anderson was absolutely brilliant, justified his 100-odd million price asking at the moment. because he was brilliant. He sat there and did the dogged work, which people probably go a little bit unnoticed. And I think that gave Rice that freedom where he's not winning every tackle. He's not on the ball as a focus as he would be in an Arsenal side, for example. And I think that two holding midfielders is something that we don't see at club level as much.
Do you think Stones as a player that hasn't played that much, Gahey, whether he's got the ability to, because he's Gahey's certainly definitely a player that can push forward and pick the ball up in defence, almost like I'm not going to say John Terry, because he's nowhere near that level, I don't think, but that thing of John Terry where he can defend, pick the ball up and then move it forward,
spray it forward,
more quickly.
He's definitely got,
and make those passes.
Yeah.
Dunk's got it.
Yeah.
Dunk's got that.
Yeah. I think Stones can also do that.
That's not a doggedness. Stones,
he's getting on.
I don't think.
He's past his best a little bit.
Me personally, I don't think that if we're in that situation where we have to just do that, right? Because regardless of whether we try and carry on playing expansive football, if it's an 83rd minute goal for England, and then France are behind, they're going to put so much pressure. You're not going to be able to stop them putting pressure on you, regardless of what you try and do. And if you can't withhold that pressure, you're out.
Yeah, I mean, what baffles me is
if they get that goal back, then they're on and that close. Even going into extra time, they're on the front foot. And England aren't going to be able to handle that kind of pressure.
I think there's ways to play this, and it's the Tuchel way. Look how Kai Havertz scored that goal for Chelsea again in the Champions League. What we did, we stuck one or two people every time they were in possession or set piece. We stuck two people at the halfway line, which meant they had to pull people down.
Yeah.
They then took their eye off the ball. The ball just went straight through.
Yeah. What baffles me, based on that performance yesterday, it was quite clear that we were a bit shaky at the back, maybe the centre half.
We were nervous.
And you've got Harry Maguire sat at home watching.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That is.
What did I put on the WhatsApp group?
He's had the season.
The first thing I put on the WhatsApp group is like a sarcastic thing of, imagine if we had someone like, say, Harry Maguire that we could have called upon. That doggedness, and not only that, but not just that doggedness to defend wholeheartedly, but also you go up on you get a break, you manage to get up and maybe get a free kick or a corner, and who's going to be up there? Fucking Harry Maguire.
I think it was.
And on top of that point, he can take a bloody banging penalty as well.
It was strange self-confidence Stones together, because they've not really played together, have they? And Gahey's been a mainstay of the qualifying campaign. So I was a bit surprised when I saw that as our starting pairing. I'm not sure we'll see it again.
Yeah, I would like to have seen Alexander Arnold in the team, and I would have liked to have seen Harry Maguire in the team, just because of just to fill those roles that at the moment I just don't believe we have.
Well, an interesting one for you, okay? Livramento out, okay? Why did Tuchel bring in a centre back? Is that because he has doubts?
Why is Lewis
because Lewis Hall would naturally
would have been the one for me. Yeah. I thought when he made that decision and called up Chalobah, I assumed he was going to lean towards having a back three.
Yeah,
that was and maybe he still will. I don't know, but otherwise it didn't make sense.
It didn't make any sense.
As soon as Kieran came downstairs and he's got his phone in his hand and he's told me this news and Chalobah, and he went, it's because he's German, isn't it?
Efficiency.
Can't say that. And he went, it's sabotage, Dad. It's sabotage. Right?
It did feel like an odd decision.
There is reputedly, I don't know if it's true, reputedly a £10 million bonus for Tuchel to win it.
I'm not doubting that Tuchel doesn't want to win the competition. And I'm not doubting that if he wins it, I'm not doubting that if he wins it,
if he does,
I'll scream to the hilt for him.
Yeah.
Right? But say, just for instance, right? We win 2 World Cups we win this World Cup, and then the next one we win.
Calm down, John.
Don't get greedy.
Calm down.
We haven't won this one yet.
Let me make my point, right?
One or two.
Thomas Tuchel is a manager of this team that wins this World Cup, right? Say, just a name out of the thing. Wouldn't happen, but
Graham Potter.
just a name. I would say Harry Redknapp, right? Say we won this one now.
Yeah.
We won that one in 4 years or 8 years or whatever. With Harry Redknapp or with whoever English. Which one would mean more? Which one would be the one that you talk about more?
Well, I think Harry Redknapp would be 90, so I think.
I'm just thinking, I can't say.
Let's go anyhow.
I'm picking a name out of a hat, but just because of what he represents, what that
Because Englishness and all the rest of it.
That Harry Redknapp represents.
Samuel Odisio.
I was it was for me. It was a bit of a soft sacking that or sort of got rid of when they got rid of Sam Allardyce. I was
got the best. Win average of any England manager ever.
What was it? Played 1-1.
And he drinks pints of wine as well.
I to be honest, at the time, at the time, I was all for giving Lee Carsley the job.
Yes.
And I thought in the games that he played and the football that the team played when he was in charge were pretty good. And I know
Let me put it this way then, right? Because it's German. Let me ask you this.
And maybe he'll still
the
get the job.
Well, Carsley's Irish.
Yeah, but what we've accepted Swedish manager into our midst.
We have
accepted now a German manager.
Yeah.
What nationality could you not accept?
Oh,
what nationality to you?
This one's
would
an
just
easy
go,
one. No?
Easy. Can fuck right off.
American.
American.
Yeah,
for you?
yeah.
Scottish.
Scottish.
You can't have a Scottish manager.
Yeah, I mean, actually,
There's Germans in. There's Germans now in at the World Cup that have been interviewed that have said if Germany don't win it, they want England to win it. So they've got a German coach. Right? Oh. There's no Scottish person would ever say that.
No, that's true. They would never.
And if a Scot had to take us out, if a Scot took us over the line and actually won a World Cup, all they would do is chant that they won the World Cup.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's the closest thing. It's the one thing that they'd hold the trophy up, and as they were all jumping around, in the back of my head, I'd be thinking, "Fucking jock bastard!"
Yeah, that is true.
How come it took a
I went American
French
because
is close. French is close. It'd be a close second.
Above their station, aren't they?
Yeah, but it'd be a close second to me. French.
Yeah.
I'd rather a woman take over the
Emma Hayes.
I'd rather Emma Hayes.
Auntie Margaret.
I would rather Auntie Margaret take over.
Right, before we get cancelled,
I'd rather Auntie Margaret take over with their chalkboard.
This is going to be silly.
Then a Scot take over.
Right, let's steer back into a normal conversation. So World Cup usually starts quite slow, doesn't it? You build into a
We
tournament.
love Emma Hayes, by the way.
No, we do great pundit, by the way, as well.
Yeah, and in the hydration breaks when she was on her chalkboard
In her kitchen.
in the kitchen.
It was like a kitchen.
How can we humiliate the woman? We'll make it so it looks like she's in the kitchen, right in a list for her husband.
And spend all the money on the set.
And
don't forget,
we'll give her
don't forget to mow the lawn. If you go this way with the mower, it was a bit
more than good at editing.
It was a bit piss take, wasn't it? I like Emma Hayes. I think she's great.
Do you know what? Do you know what the thing is? I think that it's the great punditry, good tactical analysis as well.
Wait, not good punditry. I think shit punditry, but great tactical analysis.
Oh, tactical analysis is great.
She picked up
only has a chalkboard.
Yeah, the things that she picked up in the first half, actually, that got.
I think the punditry was okay. I think the issue being is that she had to live right on a chalkboard with real chalk, rather than just pushing a button and going, "Watch this play here." She had to actually think about where Arrow was going to go.
The difference between Sky when they do like the Premier League stuff at half time and they're drawing lines on everything and the players are moving around and they can pause
imagine in rehearsal she's probably broken the chalk, it's dropped on the floor.
It feels like they just ran out. If they spent all the money somewhere else and they just
on the studio,
shit, what are we going to give Emma? oh fuck it, just give her a chalkboard. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
poor,
I
isn't
think
it?
it's Keane's shorts, wasn't it? I think they spent the budget on his outfit. I think Roy Keane had the budget. His beard trim.
It's all on Roy Keane's beard oil.
Beard oil.
Right, let's get back on track, chaps. Go on.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's
why
I'm on track. Stop having fun on the podcast. People don't want to see you have fun. They want to know what the stats are.
We've now lost women viewers: Scottish, French, American.
I didn't say I had a problem with the French.
Right, for the 4 followers we do have,
started on that. I've got a problem with France. I've just got a problem with the people that live there.
for the 4 followers that we do have that we still haven't upset yet, I was just about to say the World Cup kind of always usually starts slow. You build into it, right? It's a tournament football. But this year, the big stars have all turned up: Kane, Mbappe, Haaland, Messi. Hat trick or doubles.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Missing one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Missing one.
Go on.
Ronaldo was shit.
He was.
Why take him off?
But would you still class him as a big player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even now?
Bring him on in the last 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Do not play him.
But they're not going to do that. That's the issue.
He's an amazing goal scorer.
They're
He's a
good.
talisman.
Yeah, they'll
but they're better.
They look better without him.
They look better without him.
They do.
And in that
do.
case,
They
for
do.
me,
The challenge is without him,
player.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Throughout, I've always picked when
won't
the
drop him.
conversation of the two has always come up.
won't drop
Ronaldo and Messi. I've always picked R7 because for me, he's done it in other leagues,
Yeah.
right?
Top divisions as well.
Top divisions of other leagues, and Messi hasn't, right? And that's why when your stats are so close, I've always sort of sided on Ronaldo over Messi, but I would say probably over the last World Cup, this World Cup. I mean, I don't watch fucking American football, American soccer. I watch the MSL, so I don't watch that. So I don't see what he's doing there, and I certainly don't watch
Saudi.
the Saudi oil league.
There goes the Saudi viewers.
Oh my God.
We're going around the world here. 48 countries to go.
I don't watch.
We're all in Japan at the moment.
I don't watch the Yeehaw League, and I don't watch the oil league. So basically, I can only go from what I see, how I see when they play in international competition, and I've got to say that there's only one option for best ever player ever, and that's Messi. He's something else, and people can always say, "Oh yeah, but look at the team he's scoring against." Okay, but this is not. I mean, look at Morocco. Look at Australia against
America.
Turkey.
Turkey,
Turkey no slouch.
Turkey, good side, it should be.
So there's teams in there. Not every great team. I mean, Portugal couldn't get it over the line. Brazil couldn't get it over the line. And for him to go out and score a hat trick is insane. His movement around the pitch was ridiculous.
Yeah.
His passing, the vision. He can dribble. He can take. Just
Did he have one
everything
rule out
about
for
him,
offside
I
as well?
think.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. International competition has pushed,
And to find
for me, has raised that bar. I don't think
for him to find that level
ever been
as well. For him to find that level at the World Cup where he's playing in, I'm sorry, the MLS. I know I don't want to slag him off again, but it's, let's face it, it's not one of the top. It's not one of the top leagues, right? But it's a long way from being a top league, and that's where he plays his football. And so to go from that to this level,
how bad that MLS is that bad that the Scottish Premier League's better.
Send him to our bro, see if he can play like that.
The
Scottish viewers back, lads.
Put him in Hearts. See if he can deal with that.
we lost him for 10 minutes.
So obviously a hat trick is phenomenal, especially on the first game. So it now brings him level. I think with most goals in the World Cup history of 16.
And Mbappe's coming up fast.
So I'm having this conversation.
He's France goal scorer now.
Yeah. So having this conversation, right? If you get to the final with an expanded World Cup, you're playing 8 games. Is it possible that potentially someone could score 10 plus in one World Cup?
Yes.
Oh,
Bear in mind that 16 is the record. 16 is the record, not just of one tournament, of a World Cup at all. Throughout the years.
But think about it, if you get a hat-trick in one like Messi has now,
You
okay,
start
that's,
with a hat-trick,
that's the first of a qualifying campaign.
Yeah.
He's still got 7
If
games.
you've got a couple of other teams
But
in your group that
Haaland scored 2, Messi scored 3,
Yeah.
Kane scored 2. I mean, the big hitters have come out now.
Yeah.
Like the first week of it was.
Don't forget
was
Yasser Army.
Ayari
He's still in with a
too.
shout, mate.
So that you've seen like the build up now, like not from the like I thought. Normally in competition in these guys, once England have played, then I'm like, oh, I'm in now. I'm all in. But this World Cup, I fucking hate to say it because it's Yanks, but but to start with, it was like, what, another rule? What, another promotion? Or what, you can't cover this. You can't bring your flags in. You've got to have this. And it's like money. And you're just thinking, oh, they can't come into the country. He can't come into the country. They can't go into... And you're just thinking, oh, fucking hell, this is going to be a shit World Cup.
I didn't even know one of the best.
And as soon as the ball starts getting kicked on that pitch, I start to get a little bit buzzy.
Yeah.
And normally I have to wait till England play before I get like all in. But I've been impressed.
Yeah.
I've been impressed.
It's been really good so far.
It's built up really well.
Yeah.
And I'm actually...
Been good levels of football.
I was a bit like, well, what, we've got to wait a week before we even play.
Yeah.
The big hitters, you want to get a couple in at least the first week. Germany, fantastic. You know,
I was impressed with Japan, even though they...
Switzerland, Japan,
Bar Spain, the big
Spain,
second
they played well.
They were really good all through qualifying. I thought they had a good start against a decent Dutch side.
But it's just amazing how suddenly the African sides are drawing games where they were losing games.
Yeah.
The Asian teams exactly the same.
But
they're catching up. I think
teams have always had that. You know, they've got. I think that where America are at the moment, where Switzerland are at the moment, these like North Korea, Japan. You know, you had like Morocco and Ghana, and you know, you've got these other like Nigeria used to be one of the teams. You know, they were coming up. They're now starting to sort of hit that next level. So I don't think it'll be. I think now that they've had another World Cup, they had one before, and they've had another. I think if this is a successful World Cup, the next time we face America, it'll be a bit harder and a bit harder and a bit harder. I can only see it getting better, just because of the vast amount of people that they've got there, and the money in the program. I mean, you see now, social media, I see it all the time. I'll come and do tryouts, and if you get through the tryouts, you can go and get a scholarship at an American university. There's worth X amount. They're pulling in people from everywhere they can. Coaches, football. It used to be a bit of a, you know, when Beckham first went out there, it was just a chuck loads of money at it, a bit of a promotional thing. You know, Beckham bought a team out there. You know, Messi's out there scoring goals. This is something totally different happening. That I know that their fans and you know the chants and all this. We can take the piss as much as we want.
Oh, and
but they've got the.
We're going to win.
And we can and we will take the piss. Don't worry about that. But you can see it starting to build there. You can see the difference between now and the last World Cup they had in America was just all foreign. No one in America was really that bothered with it. It's huge now.
The game is a lot bigger.
Much bigger following than there was for sure. Yeah, and it is going to grow. But I still think they've got a bit of an uphill struggle because it's not, although it's growing, it's such a vast country and it's still not their main sport. And there's a lot of Americans that will go. Soccer, yeah.
Apparently, is now their second sport.
I don't think
participation.
Do you know why I don't think that's right?
Growing. It's growing.
No, I don't think that's right. You look at the.
They've got a long way to go.
You look at the like especially their immigration and the stuff that the amount of immigration that's now come from, especially the two places I would say biggest are Africa and South America. Yeah. Well, Africa and South America are all football.
Oh yeah.
So the more that now
Yeah, for sure,
that's
that's
gone
gonna
on over
influence
the
it.
last 30 years.
Yeah.
Well, that's 30 years, 40 years of soccer being built in America.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't think
certain-
by the next World Cup, I think
There's
they'll
always gonna be
they'll do a little bit better. And I think by the
communities.
next one, they'll.
Well, is the World Cup in Saudi? Is that going to have the same effect in terms of what they're building
Yeah.
over there? It's coming.
They
to
don't
it,
have the
isn't it?
numbers of
They
people.
don't have the numbers.
But,
No,
but
not the same
remember in
scale.
America,
No.
you now have a president who was best mates with Pele.
Oh,
Saudi,
God. Oh, God help us.
Saudis, the money in Saudi, the money in Saudi invites everything in, but Saudi, the biggest thing in Saudi is betting. You'll never get anything bigger than horse racing and motorsports in Saudi.
Yeah.
In Saudi?
Nothing will take over. Nothing will take over
But
motorsports.
betting's anti-Islamic.
Yeah, please. Right, so why is horse racing and motor racing the two biggest sports in Saudi? In EAU.
In horse racing, because the sheikhs
now as well.
in Michigan, that's not that's the prize money.
Prize money.
Yeah, and it's a rich sport. The other people bet on it.
Yeah.
They can't. I don't think they can have betting shops in Saudi.
It's illegal in America to bet as well.
No, is it?
Yeah, in a lot of states. A lot of states.
So, yeah.
It's state by state, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just betting, but you know what I mean. It's money. The money is in racing.
What it is
football. I don't think football will.
It's sport washing.
I think football is getting bigger and bigger. My point is that with where you've got quite a large, certainly large influx of immigrants from South America, there's always gonna be a large following for football there.
Yeah,
and now that's grown to such a. They've been there for 2 generations now, so that thing that's grown.
Yeah,
that's there now. It's embedded. They're not getting rid of it. And then you've got now quite like the African immigration coming into America as well. That again is the same thing.
Who owns 80% of Premier Football League clubs? Americans.
Americans.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are
fear,
definitely the most prevalent,
do you,
aren't they now?
Do you fear
Much more so than Saudi.
Do you fear something along the lines of a hydration break coming into English football?
Well, so it's funny you should say that. So
in the middle of winter.
Before last thing on the World Cup, we move on to socials.
Cup of soup break.
Yeah, last thing we move on before the socials about the World Cup. Yeah.
We're just going to stop now for the Bovril break.
It was so cold. Imagine that inside. Oh my God, it's so hot. He's been burnt. 3rd degree burn substitution. Speaking of the hydration break and the things in the World Cup, question to you all. Obviously, lots of new laws that have come out and lots of new things that are being tried and tested. Which one of these would you like to see sort of brought back if you could choose one? So substitute players now only have 10 seconds to leave the pitch. Otherwise, the replacement waits for a minute.
Good.
Throw-ins and goal kicks only have a 5-second countdown.
Don't give a shit.
Otherwise, it's a swap of possession or a corner.
They're not enforcing it though.
They are. They happened to Congo the other night.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's maybe not
players who receive treatment on the pitch, i.e. the physio comes on, they have to leave the play for a minute.
Yeah, don't care about that.
VAR being able to review second yellow cards, mistaken identities, and overturn obvious corner errors.
Yeah. No. Get them any rule that brings any more VAR into football. Fuck off! I don't want you in the game. You're just a bunch of German. I've lost the You're just a bunch of. They're literally the equivalent of traffic wardens sat in a room.
We just lost the traffic wardens. Civil services gone.
I'll tell you. Go, no, carry on with this. Carry on.
That's it.
So the only one that you've missed, I think, is the thing about
the hydration breaks.
No, the grabbing in the box. So we've seen quite a few where they've actually the players now are turning their hands out.
Yeah.
And the referee's going, no, carry on, and then it goes to, no, he bundles him over in the box, and actually it goes to they show you VAR footage, and they've got their hands like that. That I'll bring that in.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, if you've got your hands inward around someone, or you've got even a pinch of a shirt,
even a little,
it's a foul.
Yeah.
Get out the box. You don't get your stupid fucking penalty. Get out the box, you cheating bastard.
Hold on.
That's as far as I'm concerned. That's the worst thing about the Premier League this year has been It's been worse this year than any other year. It's this
Well, that's
grabbing.
because they haven't dealt with it.
It's pulling of the shirts into the box.
Yeah.
If you grab someone's shirt as they're running, I'm sorry, but straight away it's a yellow card.
Or obviously impeding them by pulling them back or whatever.
What's the how many yellow cards or red cards have we seen last season for hair pulling? What's the difference?
It's consistency,
What's
isn't
the
it?
difference? If you're grabbing someone by the shirt and pulling them back, what's the
And
difference
that's what
by
frustrates
grabbing them
people
by the
about
ear?
VAR.
and pulling them back?
John, you just found another case for VAR to stay.
I don't need that VAR.
Otherwise, he has to go to VAR to see
I
it.
don't need VAR for that.
John
The
loves
referee
VAR.
can see that bastard. Yeah, but no, I cannot stand it. If VAR was in the stadium, player, official, and then an ex-coach or someone like
But it's
that.
faster. It's so much. We're not seeing these
like
5-minute things, are we?
It's because it's not English referees.
It's quicker. Since you've got the technology, I think
Although
right.
I don't agree with it,
I'm not saying
although I don't
all the
agree with
rules
it,
are
'cause I
right,
think against,
but the technology is better.
although I don't agree with
quicker.
it, because I think against Mbappe absolutely was a foul,
Mm.
right? Although I don't agree with the decision, I do agree with the referee going to VAR and saying "fuck off, it's my decision," and then saying "no, stick to my own decision."
Yeah.
He saw it as Mbappe moved into that position, so invited the foul. Therefore, I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
Get on with the game.
I think for me,
I would say that personally, he didn't. I say he clearly stood on his foot. It was a foul. I think it should have been given a penalty, but I'm more happy that VAR got like ignored.
Yeah. So for this one for me,
VAR.
with VAR, it's, for fouls, it's a matter of opinion, and it always will be a matter of an opinion. Where it's right, and I think in this World Cup, which I'm enjoying, is if there's a clear, obvious error, i.e., a corner has been given and it's clearly a goal kick, that is overturned because that can lead to a goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the fouls for me is a matter of opinion between referee to referee.
It's a lot more subjective with a foul. I agree. So
I don't care. I'd rather have
I'm
the
okay.
error.
As long as there's no delay, I'm okay with that. And I think out of your list, I would go back to this. I say the one that I would pick is the time limit for the throw-ins, the time limit for the corners, because that,
I like that.
because that has been
that's
been a big thing in the Premier League. We've discussed it on this show a few
Premier
times.
League,
It's been a massive issue.
Making a substitute in the 92nd minute and taking two. And Arsenal.
That's a positive.
Taking 4 minutes to walk off the pitch.
Yeah, that's a positive move for me because it's
the reason why
it's all about keeping the game going, keeping it flowing.
Because they sent when Cucurella got subbed on the season after he moved, the referee made him leave the pitch, and he had to walk right around the north stand.
That was my shame.
And he just got. Yeah, literally
socials when you're ready.
Just hurled abuse at as he walked around. And it was like, well, if you'd have walked off the pitch as quick as you walked around there, you wouldn't have had that problem. So that's why I agree with that. I like that.
This is true.
I don't like it when Brighton do it. I don't like it when West Brom do it. I hate this making changes in 97th minute to try and get.
Oh, the other one.
I
mean,
there's
not
another one.
football.
That's the
football.
The goalkeepers going down, and then everybody running over to the coaches.
Yeah,
David Raya.
Yeah, that happens a lot, isn't it? And
I hate all that. Play football, win by playing football. Yes, there's tactics involved.
That'd be nice.
But the other stuff, I just see it as cheating.
Beautiful game.
Get the fucking VAR. It's getting more and more controversial. The whole point of VAR was to get rid of the human error aspect of it.
Yes.
And it's become more human error. Like literally, you're watching stuff and you're just going, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" It was against Chelsea. It was against Chelsea where Cucurella went down, didn't give a penalty. He was correct not to give a penalty, and then VAR calls him over to the screen, and then he feels like, well, I've got to give a penalty now.
Yeah. And
he made the correct decision to begin with, and then changed it to a wrong decision because of VAR.
Yeah.
Now, the fact of the matter is that Chelsea probably would have won that game anyway. But that decision it just sullies. I just don't like it. There's just teams, managers, players saying that they're all right about going down into the Championship because there's no VAR.
But do you know what? You're right.
Fans, literally fans outside the stadium. West Ham. No. The day they got the day it was like, oh well, you're going down. Spurs are staying up. They were interviewing people as they were coming out, and they were saying, well, at least we don't have VAR. Like that was the deciding thing of like, oh well, we have
to play a Central Bank against Lincoln,
but without VAR. So no, those things in the World Cup, I think it's good that they're sort of being trialled, and I like the fact that the referees are sticking to the actual rules of it. So, like you were saying, like there are teams that are being.
It's a positive thing, I think, that they're trialling it.
And
a major tournament with improved technology.
I do like
that. It's
So what have we got coming up then? We've talked about standout moments so far. We've got the rest of the tournament coming up. So we've got Tuesday. Tuesday England play again. At the moment, just because I think that Americans are the Arsenal fans of the World Cup, I'm actually the only team I don't want to win anything anymore is America.
They have been very. I think they're getting above the station a little bit.
A little bit.
But
why are they picking
all the UEFA teams aren't doing so well. It's like, hang on a minute, this is your first rodeo, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't know how this works.
Why are they? But why are they?
We're going to have to go digging Canada with this podcast.
Why are they giving us shit? Why are the Americans?
Jonathan David did that.
There was something that put up on social media saying about the American fans. Something along the lines of, we've got the best, charge
burgers.
Or something. But then basically they just took the
pom-poms.
They just took the Crystal Palace. But what they've done is, like an English chant, whenever you have a stadium, there's a certain amount of vigour and a certain amount of aggression to it.
Yes.
Because you're chanting, there's a certain amount of like.
It's tribal, isn't it?
Tribal.
A
so
unity.
There's a certain amount of. There's a certain amount of. It's not. It's a certain amount of fuck you.
Yeah.
So they've taken that, and although, like right, and the Americans have put it into.
They've choreographed it.
And then they go, where are the chilies? And then they go, we love it. And you just
we are gonna win. We are.
Yeah. And then they do that. And then you go from that to 2,000 Scottish people in a bar.
Yeah.
or on a boat. See that?
Yeah, there was one where like there was obviously a load of England fans had decided to go to a rodeo, and the rodeo they played Sweet Caroline. Yeah. The whole place was just took over, and the commentary were even saying,
poor horses.
Yeah, and the commentary was saying, oh no, it was a baseball game. That was it, a baseball game, and the commentary was saying. Oh, I mean, the song finished like 5 minutes ago, but these guys are still singing.
They're still at it.
And then, like, the Scottish are still at it. Bagpipes going down. I mean, we've absolutely... There is a sense of make everything so expensive that it keeps the rabble out.
It hasn't worked though.
It hasn't worked. The Scots sent out 80-foot containers full of tenants. It's already gone 2 days before the first game.
So
8 containers.
There's another ship right now stuck in the Suez Canal with another 160,000 cans.
I mean, there's a video on social media of one of those punchbacks, and there's like 4 American sort of young lads. And the Scottish guy goes up to him and says like about a Glasgow kiss, And he runs up and he just fucking headbutts the thing you're supposed to punch, and it brings up the score. So he just stands there, and this Scottish guy just goes, "This is called a Glasgow kiss," and he just nuts this thing, and the score goes up to like 500 or something, right? And they're all like, "Oh my god!" And then they go, "Yeah," and they get the kid goes and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And he runs up and he throws himself into this thing, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stops. The Scottish guy hits like 400 and something, and it ticks really slowly.
Barely extended his neck. It's just like,
And it's like,
just like put it up slowly.
Yeah, every video I see is Scottish people bagpipes, cheering, drinking. English people singing, like filling bars.
No Scotland, no party.
Well, maybe we've got some more of this on the socials.
Yeah.
Well,
The socials. So hang on a minute. Wait.
Wait. What?
Well, we've got to give enough little.
Oh yeah, sorry.
For the BT.
Sorry.
So let's go over now to. Let's go over to Steve for the socials. Steve.
Well, actually, most of these are not World Cup related, but I am going to start with a World Cup related one. More of a story, really. So some of you may be aware of this, some of you may not. So during a 1962 World Cup match between England and Brazil, a stray dog ran onto the pitch.
Oh yeah, I read this.
And proceeded to evade everyone who tried to pick it up. The highlight came when England's legendary forward Jimmy Greaves got down on all fours to coax the dog, only for the dog to relieve itself all over him. But that's not the best bit. This is the best bit. Brazil's star player Garrincha found the whole thing so hilarious that he adopted the dog and took it home as a pet after the match.
Excellent.
I bet you anybody in his garden. He's got a little cutout of Jimmy Greaves on all fours, and every day the dog goes and
like a piss post.
And he's trained him to piss in that one corner.
little tiny Jimmy Greaves statue.
That's brilliant.
Like a garden
wasn't that big anyway, was
That
it?
little garden gnome Jimmy Greaves. Yeah, I like that.
It's classic, isn't it? So I had to start with something World Cup related, as we obviously are in the World Cup. But my next one. This is, I couldn't quite believe when I read this, to be honest. So I'm not sure how old this one is, but a suspended Italian coach. This is true. This is a true story. Disguised himself as a priest to manage his team. Matteo Siccheri from Italy's 9th division snuck into the stadium wearing a cassock and stood behind the goal pretending to pray while secretly giving instructions to his players. But the act didn't last long. After his team conceded, Siccheri completely lost his head, ran onto the pitch, and even kicked an opposing player.
Absolute head loss.
Despite the chaos, his team still won. But
his head's gone.
I mean, seriously, still dressed as a priest, he returned to the field after full time to start insulting the opposition. Result: an extra 4-month suspension added to his ban.
If you've got that kind of passion,
It's amazing.
If you've got that kind of passion, you've got to show it.
That's insane.
That's mental that he dressed up as a priest.
It's brilliant, isn't it? You've got to love that.
Well, there you go.
You've got to love that. What have I got? I've got two more. I've got two more for you. So next one is involving our lovely neighbours down the road that apparently won a couple of tin pot trophies recently. Fuck them anyway. So Crystal Palace star Brennan Johnson. Crystal Palace star Brennan Johnson has started dating OF actress Lily Phillips, who set a world record.
What's OF?
I have no idea. I knew you were going to ask me that.
It's an OF.
OnlyFans. OnlyFans. There you go.
We knew he'd know.
I had to pretend that I didn't know. Just
we need Tom to get it on.
Of course. So she set a world record.
Tom, we don't want to make jokes about Tom wanking when he's got his son there.
No, that would be very wholeheartedly
that'd be vulgar
thing to do.
That'd be vulgar.
No, terrible.
Yeah,
absolutely. We wouldn't do that.
We've never done that before.
We wouldn't lower the tone.
By the way, those blue pills are like this now. I'll talk over to you later.
Yeah,
50% discount.
So you tested already.
Oh yeah. So I need them.
So for those people that do know what it is, Tom, she set a world record in last December by sleeping with 101 men in 24 hours.
No, wait. I thought
no, it's not Bonnie.
Bonnie does that.
Bonnie has done that as well. Bonnie Blue. She has been a star of the show.
Yeah, that's her record. Her record is sleeping with loads of men.
No, Lee Phillips has done this as well.
They're all at it. They're all at it.
I think they're competing.
Come on, Bonnie.
They're competing. They're competing with the record.
You one of us let her get in front of you on how many men you can sleep with in 24 hours. Come on, Bonnie.
There ain't much sleeping going on.
Not very much. So, have your baby that you got pregnant from 50 black guys.
It was a prosthetic.
You sort that one out, right? Have your baby, and then come back and knock this bird off her perch. Come on, you one of us, look. You one of us.
I would love it. Love it.
I would love it. I would love it if you beat her.
That is a challenge out there to Bonnie Blue. If you're watching, love.
This
Anyway,
fake record. She's got a fake record. The fake team.
The end result of this one is imagine the shame of having to go home to your parents and tell them your partner used to play for Tottenham.
Yeah, I know. That's and now plays for Crystal Palace. I mean, that's
worse. It doesn't get any worse, does it?
It must be so.
It doesn't get any worse.
It's so disappointing.
It's absolutely gutted, man. Gutted. Last one I've got is a very old one actually, but I just one that tickled me a little bit. So this is Mr. Wayne Rooney. Back in the day when he was scoring goals for United, he put this on, I don't know, so I assume Twitter or something. He said just have to say 12 o'clock kickoff is no good for players. Trying to force pasta down at 9 in the morning is not nice. And this lovely lady called Claire, who decided to give Wayne a bit of a lesson of humility and understand where the position that he's in. She says, I'd shove pasta up my arse at 9 in the morning every day if I was on your weekly wage, lad. You ungrateful twat.
I mean, I would like to just point out that when you shove pasta up your arse, cook it first. No, serious.
It sounds like a man. Cook it first.
In all seriousness, cook it first, because then it comes out a bit easier. Like, it's very rough on your anus if you don't cook the pasta. It's very sharp.
You don't want al dente. You don't want al dente pasta up your arse,
especially
Fusilli.
Yeah, especially if you use fusilli, because that can really scratch when it comes out. So just make sure you cook it before you shove it up your arse.
Well, if we did have any subscribers left, I think they've all gone now.
We just lost the Italian.
One thing I will say about that, actually, had this conversation the other day, is the ex-Man United players that have gone into management haven't done very well, have they?
No, this is true. No,
apart from obviously
Michael Carrick. Carrick is now the exception
at the moment.
To be confirmed.
Yeah,
to be confirmed. He's doing.
Yeah,
at the moment. Yeah. But no, they've not done very well. Roy Keane didn't do very well.
He did okay. He didn't do well, but he did okay.
Okay, all right. You're just proving my point then, because I just said that he didn't do well. He didn't do. Well, he did okay. He didn't do very well. So he didn't do very well. So we're agreed he didn't do well. Valencia, nightmare. Rude started off all right, but then petered out.
Solskjaer.
Solskjaer
again.
He had a few good moments, but not.
Gary Neville dabbled into it, didn't he?
Gary Neville in Valencia.
Yeah.
Phil Neville.
Oh God, that was terrible, wasn't it? Neville in Valencia.
Is he do? I mean, like, he's like being a good manager or doing okay. He's not doing well, is it? I mean, where's the trophies?
Yeah. Darren Fletcher. He's gone kind of the forward level,
Darren Fletcher probably one of the
He's got two youngsters in the United youth setup now, isn't he?
Yeah, one's in the Scotland.
So Darren Fletcher, great player. Darren Fletcher, one of Man United's best. Also played for West Brom. Ben Foster, obviously, probably.
Did Luke Chadwick ever play?
Probably the best goalkeeper that Man United have ever had. By the way, also played for West Brom. So there's been good players played for Man United.
And West Brom.
So they are there. They just haven't gone on to make very good. So maybe it's something about the squad. Maybe not squad. Sorry, the club that they're not really preparing.
They're not prepping them for the next step.
Yeah, Arsenal, good managers, good players, gone on to be good managers.
Yeah, agreed. Just thinking about this time. By this time next week, we would have we were in a real good position of where England looking like they're going to finish in the group. So I think from an old man point of view, topping the group is much better for my sleep because the times are awful if we come second or third.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we'll.
We're all wearing. We're wearing. We've been asked. Well, I've asked. Was to wear a certain shirt. And the reason why. So, with the big man, Stato is on the. He's wearing a Chelsea shirt. What year is that then? Because Commodore 64.
That is 1989.
1989.
Tora Andre Flo.
And why have you picked that shirt in particular for that?
I just pulled one out.
So we'll make something up then. We're the player that wore it.
Tora Andre Flo.
All right,
yeah,
good plan.
I've decided to pick one from the kind of the Bates era. Probably.
Yeah, I like that.
While we were still
in the England shirt,
I
was picked an England shirt with a star.
Yeah, it's fairly recent. Yeah, I was gonna go for the Lineker shirt, the same as yourself.
Well, no, mine's not Lineker. Yeah. So I was 16 years old.
Yeah,
1996. I was 16 years old. Me and my mate had managed to get ourselves into a pub by. I mean, but you didn't even have to show ID then. You just had to.
You just had to have money to buy alcohol.
Well, we used to go to. Literally, we used to walk up to bouncers when I was like 16, 17, and they'd say, "What's your date of birth?" You're not 18. What's your date of birth? So all I do is remember a date of birth that was slightly older than myself.
Yeah. Just 2 years previous.
2 years previous. So most of the time, I would just give my brothers because he was 18, and they'd just go, "Fair enough, mate," and they'd let you in. So,
most of the bouncers couldn't count anyway.
First tournament, first game, England game I ever watched in a pub, and I just remember Stuart Pearce just blaring out the national anthem as it goes across. Just that killer.
Yeah.
Like he just looked like a killer. He looked like
great penalty against Spain as well.
And
God, yeah,
and it was against as well. Unfortunately, we got knocked out on penalties. Yeah. And a guy had stood in front of me. I'd never met him. I didn't know who he was. Just turned around. I'm a kid. He's a fully grown adult, and he put his head on my chest and he said, "I can't watch this." And the fucking penalty was missed, and the place just.
It was a misfire. Was that Southgate?
Southgate.
Heartbreak.
And it was heartbreak.
It was Gaz's miss for me. It was even worse because it was just.
I think there was just something. There was just something in that moment that just it bound me to England and international football that I'd never been a part of before, and I'm so annoyed at my kid that I'm sat on the sofa, and all because of this one moment in my life. I'm sat on the sofa last night, and it's 2 minutes in, and I'm biting my fingernails, and my kids are just sat there all relaxed. I don't care. It's enough for me. So.
Mine's retro doesn't really exist in the UAE, and we've already offended them already. So I'm conscious of what I'm going to say about this one. I've gone with a Precision FC shirt. So
get in Precision, go on, son.
This is my cousin's team in United Arab Emirates. They've had some good names over there. So Ben Pringle's just started up a podcast over there. Premier League player. Ravel Morrison played for them last season. Jojo Shelby playing their trade in the same division, but not for Precision. It's run by my cousin who used to play for Brighton. So
there you go. And representing, that's what we love about that shirt. Tell him we all buy one.
I'm sure he'd be happy to say that.
No, we will, and we'll Get a link to sell them and we'll put it on the...
When Trump starts bombing it, we'll send some over.
Wow. No, it's peace deal. It's all peace now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a beautiful deal.
It's a beautiful deal. It's a the greatest deal. It's the best deal I've ever... If it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be a deal. It's
Probably the best deal in the history of deals, right?
It's the greatest deal. They've given me 90% of their oil, so it's a great deal. It's a great deal. I'm going to stop bombing them now. So anyway, we're down to one more, which is the Keegan.
Well, you say Keegan. He said Keegan as well. He said Keegan as well. For me, it's another player. But the reason I've chosen this shirt is because, well, it's the only one that I could find in the no, it's not.
I just picked it out. I said, why? Get me one of my England shirts.
No, so it's the Spain '82 shirt. It was the first World Cup. I think I was 8 years old. The first World Cup that I can remember. So that has a particular meaning for me.
Was you 8 years old?
You had
Panini. You had Panini.
I had Panini. Of course, I had Panini. But the player for me that stood out in this shirt was the player that I admired greatly growing up, Brian Robson. England captain, Brian Robson. I mean, what a legend player.
You mean the god, the West Bromwich Albion god, Brian Robson.
Oh, there you go.
I'm surprised that Ipswich man hasn't actually said Paul Mariner.
Would have been Paul Mariner.
Well, shut up. We're praying to a god here. We're praying to a god here. You mentioned that. Paul Mariner. I don't think so. The great escape. The wonder that is.
I mean, what? I'm sorry, just the epitome of midfield. Courage, work, dedication.
Greatest ever. Would you say
greatest? What player?
Would you say greatest ever?
The GOAT. He's the GOAT.
The GOAT of English football. The GOAT of English football. The saviour of West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah.
The greatest players that ever played for us. The greatest managers to ever manage us. What? We've got. I don't even know if we need to go to Tom's back now. I think that's done us for the week.
That is the fact. Greatest ever.
I think I'm filled with joy. I didn't think I could love you anymore, Steve. And you filled me with joy. I'm so happy.
Well, let's not rob Tom of his fact.
Actually, wasn't it? What was
got to do the BT?
I was going to give you
Brian Robson fact.
Didn't Cyril Regis wear that shirt as well?
Oh,
don't get it.
Cyril.
Don't get it.
He's
going to cry now.
He's gone.
That's it. He's gone.
Cyril Regis wore that shirt.
That's it.
The 3 degrees.
We started.
Bonus content this week, lads.
If you thought Gazza was crying a lot during that 1990 World Cup, he's got nothing now.
Yeah.
That's it. Job done.
Okay, well, it's time for Tom's fact.
Tom's fact.
You want facts? I'll give you facts.
Here we go. The first one is, okay, I've got two for you today. India famously qualified for the 1950 FIFA World Cup, but withdrew from the tournament entirely for a strange reason, actually, because FIFA officials refused to let them play barefoot.
That's insane.
Seriously.
Did they qualify barefoot?
They qualified in barefoot.
Playing barefoot.
Oh my
if they
God.
qualified in barefoot,
no way.
And
that was the last time that they qualified.
I didn't even know that.
The shoes are the problem.
Yeah. Don't get into the obvious ones. Okay. Zero.
Go on, John. We haven't ruined India yet. Go on.
Okay.
Get rid of them.
They don't play cricket in barefoot.
No, they don't. Apparently.
So why have they got
a cricket ball hitting your foot might hurt more than a football?
Yeah.
I don't know. What if someone stamps on your foot? They've got studs.
Next week's feature, John is going to volunteer himself.
Okay, the second one. Italian legend Giuseppe Bergomi. He played in 4 different World Cups: 1982, 1986, 1990 and 1998, earning 81 caps. But something quite remarkable about those 81 caps, he never played in a single World Cup qualifier.
So he didn't play in any of the games leading up? He's got in all of the games during the World Cup.
Beat up and played in the big games.
That's mental.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That's insane, actually.
I mean, that's pretty Italian, though.
So he's basically crashed every party.
Absolutely. Not a lot of people know that.
Not a lot of people know that. That's very Italian, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's very Italian.
That's important.
And I play with these fools until I get me through to the one. And they go, now I would grace you with my presence. I'm here.
Come on, it's okay.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
And then it's good job he's not Spanish, so he's about to have a rest halfway through the day.
He's sitting on the beach going, lads, have you qualified? Have you got me in there yet? Have you qualified yet? What's going on, lads? Come on, pull your finger out. Or pull your pasta out.
It wasn't cooked when it went in.
It's a bit al dente, that.
Oh, no. It weren't cooked when it went in, but it's cooked now because I've just had an Indian.
And on that note,
a lot of them had shoes on though. Right, on that note, we're off. We'll do it again next. Well, are we doing it again next week? I don't know.
Are we doing it next week?
yeah, we'll go.
Let's do it.
There's plenty of football in between now and then.
Plenty of football.
Yeah.
There's some boring as hell games.
Yeah.
But then
You never know what it might throw up.
Just quickly, because all of these Ponzi teams that shouldn't really be in the World Cup have been added now because they've basically increased the World Cup to 2/3 of the world. How many games are we leading up to before? So we last 16 now.
No, last 32.
Last 32.
Yeah.
So last 32.
It's an extra round,
16,
basically.
Yeah, it's normal round.
They've added an extra round.
Yeah.
So I think 3 points pretty much puts you in
So
third.
3 points.
Eight teams in third qualify.
That's mental. It's mental.
It's a longer route, but there's more opportunities for somebody to get 10 goals. So
There you go.
And there's a good opportunity for, seeing as though Scotland won their first game,
their only
to
game.
get through. Would we ever meet?
Depends on how the groups go, isn't it? Who finishes where. And
I'd love to
so
know
many.
Scotland.
Wouldn't it be so? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but wouldn't it at the end of it if they did actually somehow manage to wrangle one? Yeah.
It wouldn't.
Let's not think of that.
They'll celebrate scoring a goal against us because we beat them 4-0 and knocked them out of the World Cup. I'm happy with that. If I could knock America out, just with a punch or a baseball
we
bat.
could. We could.
I'm not talking about football. Just
in general.
Happy
Yeah,
morning.
if we win our group and they come second,
Yeah.
we face them in the
Then
16.
Then we'll
won't we?
face them there. We will play them
Yeah.
on
Fantastic.
the 4th of July.
Yeah.
I miss the home nations. I really do miss the home nations.
Yeah.
I should have loved, when I was young, I used to love the home nations.
Yeah, there was a Scottish bloke on
I really do miss
social
the home
media today going on that Scotland, the reason they don't like us having won the World Cup, because they could have won it, because they came second in the home championship and were entitled to actually the entry, and they didn't take the entry.
One of the best things in rugby is things like the home nations and the
Well, didn't they bring it back a couple of years ago?
Six
They
Nations
did
and
do
stuff
it
like that.
again.
And
Because it was
there
cancelled
one of
after the
things about
crossbars all got post got pulled down and all that sort of stuff. But yeah,
what you mean? I bet that was the Scottish, wasn't it? They always go onto the pitch and wreck everything. Destroy it.
Can't enjoy them.
The story is that those posts are actually in a football ground in Leith now.
Yeah.
They actually took them back to Scotland.
So join us next week to see which other countries we can offend.
So the home nations.
we've only got
problem-
about another 126 to go.
The biggest problem with the home nations was the Scots destroyed everything. The Irish were too pissed to get in the stadium, and the Welsh weren't there because, well, obvious reasons.
Here's another country.
Here's another one. I do actually like that. I think I'm like 5th generation Irish, but most of it's been washed out of me by now. Thank God. Anyway, well done, guys.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Farewell.